standing on the banks of the River Thames, a massive brick giant remains silent for decades, holding a heavy industrial past. This is the Battersea Power Station, once London's dark engine, now facing a massive $9 billion structural metamorphosis. Reclaiming a decaying megastructure requires more than cosmetic repairs. It demands precise engineering to prevent sudden failure. The immediate challenge lay in the massive foundations, bearing millions of tons of pressure from brickwork and modern steel. Underneath the wet London clay, the old wooden piles were completely rotting, threatening to collapse the entire historical monument. Engineers initiated a delicate underpinning process, carefully transferring the immense weight onto new heavy-duty concrete structures. Large rotary drilling rigs bored deep into the earth, cutting through wet soil layers to secure solid support bases. High-strength steel cages were lowered into the bored shafts, forming a rigid underground skeleton for the massive building. Special low-heat concrete was pumped continuously into the ground, ensuring uniform strength without creating internal thermal cracks. Every single movement of the old brick walls was monitored by laser sensors, capturing micrometric shifts in real time. The four iconic white chimneys, rising 101 meters high, were found to be completely cracked inside. Decades of sulfurous smoke emission had deeply corroded the concrete, turning the landmark into a severe structural hazard. Total demolition was impossible due to heritage laws, forcing the engineering team to plan a complete architectural replacement. A complex steel ring truss was clamped around the base of each tower, securing the structure before cutting began. Heavy-duty diamond wire saws were positioned at the top, preparing to slice the massive concrete cylinders piece by piece. The systematic dismantling of the four giant towers required a strict sequence to prevent massive aerodynamic imbalances. Debris could not simply be dropped downward. Every single ton of old concrete had to be hoisted inside the hollow core. Specialized, remote-controlled demolition excavators were lifted to the topmost rim, chewing away at the structure. Month by hour, the historical chimneys slowly vanished from the skyline, leaving behind only the brick bases. Rebuilding them to exact historical specifications required a modern industrial process known as slip forming. A massive circular platform acting as a continuous mold was installed right at the base of the tower. Hydraulic jacks slowly forced the heavy mold upward at a steady, uninterrupted rate of several centimeters per hour. A custom concrete mix was poured continuously into the moving mold, setting rapidly into a seamless monolith. The exact hyperboloid curve of each chimney required dynamic geometry adjustments, narrowing precisely as it rose. Laser guidance systems continuously checked the vertical alignment, ensuring zero tolerance against powerful wind loads. Steel reinforcement bars were woven together inside the rising concrete wall, creating an impenetrable structural web. After months of continuous pouring, the four white giants emerged once again over the city of London. The new concrete surfaces were treated with specialized weather-resistant coatings to survive centuries of rain. With the exterior shells fully restored, engineers directed their focus toward the massive hollow spaces inside. The internal steel skeleton had to be integrated seamlessly into the old, fragile perimeter brickwork. Inserting thousands of tons of structural steel inside a fragile brick shell required a rigorous engineering sequence. Large open-top crawling cranes were erected within the central atrium, maneuvering columns through tight spatial boundaries. Each heavy steel section had to be hoisted vertically with micrometric precision to avoid striking historical masonry. Engineers designed bespoke sliding joints to allow the new internal frame to expand independent of old walls. Heavy-duty torque wrenches tightened high tensile connection bolts, securing the massive metal framework slice by slice. This new rigid steel skeleton would eventually support multiple floors of commercial, retail, and luxury apartments. Simultaneously, the iconic Turbine Hall A required extensive restoration of its masterfully crafted Art Deco interior tiling. Decades of heavy carbon soot from burning coal had severely tarnished the delicate, historical ceramic surfaces. Specialized eco-friendly chemical solvents were sprayed over the walls to dissolve stubborn grime without eroding clay. Restoration experts meticulously scraped away layers of residue, exposing the beautiful original pale cream faience tiles. Damaged tiles were carefully mapped out and replaced with identical custom replicas cast from historical molds. Overhead, the vast glass skylights that once illuminated massive steam generators needed total structural replacement. Engineers designed a reinforced, lightweight aluminum glazing system to handle modern high wind pressure loads. Massive glass panels were carefully maneuvered into place using automated suction lifting rigs suspended from cranes. The restoration of natural overhead illumination completely transformed the once dark, brooding industrial cavern into light. While Turbine Hall A reflected refined Art Deco styling, Turbine Hall B embodied raw, austere post-war industrial architecture. Constructed in the 1950s, its structural bones consisted of unadorned concrete columns and massive, matte-finished steel girders. The engineering team had to scrub thousands of square meters of raw concrete surfaces to neutralize embedded chemical salts. Heavy hydroblasting units sprayed pressurized water at 30,000 psi, stripping away deep grime without fracturing aggregates. Underground, a complex web of deep brick basements that once housed roaring water cooling pumps required heavy structural modification. These dark subterranean chambers were thoroughly retrofitted to house London's largest private low-carbon energy centre infrastructure. Engineers routed hundreds of meters of heavy-gauge insulated steel pipes to distribute district heating throughout the entire complex. Massive modern gas-fired combined heat and power plant modules were slid into place on heavy machinery rollers. This massive energy core provides ultra-efficient electricity and hot water, reducing overall carbon footprint emission by thousands of tons. To shield future luxury residential apartments above from low-frequency vibrations, the entire energy floor was mechanically isolated. Giant, high-performance elastomeric acoustic spring bearings were bolted beneath the heavy concrete equipment foundation pads. Every single mechanical pump connection utilized flexible stainless steel braided loops to completely suppress mechanical harmonic energy transfer. Above ground, the construction of multiple levels of modern steel frame structures inside the halls resumed speed. Automated, mobile elevated work platforms lifted ironworkers high up into the overhead web to secure interlocking beam nodes. The engineering process functioned like a complex clockwork mechanism, with thousands of tasks perfectly synchronized across the site. The interface between old brickwork and new structural steel frames presented extreme engineering tolerance limitations. Masonry expanded at different rates compared to modern alloys, requiring specialized structural buffer systems at joints. Heavy slide bearings composed of polytetrafluoroethylene plates were retrofitted onto deep steel anchoring corbels. These mechanical plates allowed horizontal shifting up to 50 millimeters while completely locking vertical structural movement. Concurrently, ironworkers began constructing the immense external glass atrium curtain walling over the central entrance. Massive structural glass fins, extending 12 meters high, were unpacked from custom timber shipping crates. A compact spider crane, equipped with multi-pad vacuum grippers, traveled slowly along temporary internal access roads. The crane carefully hoisted each heavy glass panel into a precise vertical plane inside the grid. Industrial technicians calibrated the alignment using precision digital levels, sealing joints with structural silicon compound. This massive transparent skin allowed natural light to flood the core while providing total thermal insulation. Further up, the heavy installation of massive central air handling ventilation units on the roof commenced. A giant 500-ton mobile crane was assembled in the exterior north courtyard to execute heavy lifts. The crane slowly raised massive, prefabricated aluminum air ventilation modules over the steep building shoulder. Riggers secured the heavy boxes onto thick anti-vibration neoprene pads on the reinforced steel roof deck. Giant heavy-gauge spiral duct lines were routed from the roof down through dedicated utility vertical shafts. The integration of thousands of kilometers of low-voltage electrical cables required high-density structural cable trays. Electrical technicians systematically routed thick armored copper mains from the underground substations up through structural floors. Massive distribution transformer blocks were securely bolted down within blast-proof concrete vaults inside the northern perimeter. These heavy transformers step down the 11 kilovolt municipal grid supply to standard operational voltages for commercial usage. To prevent catastrophic fire spread through utility paths, every single vertical penetration was packed with intumescent fire-stop materials. Simultaneously, mechanical engineers focused on the massive hydraulic infrastructure required to regulate non-potable water systems. Heavy-duty cast-iron sluice gates were installed within the original deep brick-lined water intake channels from the Thames. These mechanical gates utilized dual-acting hydraulic pistons to completely control tidal water inflow with flawless structural reliability. Large automated self-cleaning filtration screens were positioned behind the gates to capture large river debris continuously. The filtered river water is pumped through massive titanium plate heat exchangers to provide natural water source cooling capacity. This eco-friendly loop completely eliminates the need for massive, energy-intensive roof-mounted cooling towers across the complex. Inside the main control rooms, industrial programmers began uploading core automation software into the primary SCADA network servers. Thousands of field sensors monitoring temperature, pressure, and airflow were linked via high-speed fiber optic data rings. The centralized building management system allows real-time micrometric adjustments to the entire internal environment from one node. With the internal organs fully alive, the construction sequence advanced toward the completion of the premium public spaces. The restoration of the expansive external brickwork required matching over 1.7 million handmade bricks from original quarries. Masons meticulously tinted the mortar joints to blend the new patches seamlessly with the weathered historical facade. With the protective scaffolding completely removed, the sheer architectural scale of the brick cathedral became fully visible. At the base of Chimney Northwest, engineers completed the assembly of a unique panoramic glass elevator mechanism. The circular glass capsule sits on custom curved steel guide rails, designed to handle internal vertical travel stresses. Heavy hydraulic traction cables winch the lift smoothly up inside the narrow core to the viewing platform.
This impressive glass elevator system is a marvel of modern engineering, seamlessly integrated with the historic facade you see behind me.
Simultaneously, structural engineers executed comprehensive load testing sequences on all newly cast internal concrete floor slabs. Massive water-filled plastic tanks were positioned strategically across the decks to simulate extreme public crowd weight loads. Precision electronic dial indicators measured the subtle downward flexure of the beams under hundreds of tons. Every single structural test met the strict safety criteria, proving the immaculate strength of the new skeleton. This $9 billion engineering masterpiece is not just an architectural restoration, it is a complete operational rebirth. The integrated complex now successfully functions as a miniature city, housing retail, offices, and residential sectors smoothly. Thousands of individuals move through the historical turbine halls daily, completely supported by the complex internal infrastructure. The successful transformation establishes a pioneering international blueprint for saving endangered industrial heritage on a grand scale. Behind the gleaming commercial facades lies a vast network of subterranean logistics tunnels engineered for silent municipal servicing. Automated electric supply vehicles navigate these concrete corridors daily, ensuring efficient distribution without disrupting public foot traffic.
Welcome to the newly restored turbine halls. The engineering here is a marvel of modern restoration, blending historic architecture with cutting-edge technology.
This massive structural achievement redefines the possibilities of urban adaptive reuse, setting an unprecedented global standard. Every square meter of this $9 billion development serves as a testament to human ingenuity and precise structural planning. The resurrection of Battersea required overcoming massive physical barriers, pushing modern engineering solutions to their absolute limits. By preserving the historical shell while rebuilding the entire internal core, engineers bridged 2 centuries of design.
Welcome to the impressive industrial complex. As you can see behind me, the scale of the engineering here is simply breathtaking.
Inside the primary substation rooms, the high-voltage switchgear grids operate continuously with flawless, digital automated precision. This complex transformation proves that even the most decayed industrial monuments can be effectively revived for modern society. The successful integration into London's active infrastructure map required massive upgrades to regional public transportation networks. A dedicated extension of the Northern Line was bored beneath the city, connecting the station directly to the core. The new underground platform handles thousands of passengers hourly, completely synchronized with the main power complex systems. The complete revival of Battersea stands as a monumental victory for global architecture and complex heavy industrial engineering. To explore more deep breakdowns of the world's most complex engineering feats, make sure to subscribe to Factory Machine Lab.